We're getting all these calls right here, right now.
Yeah. We're almost sold out. Like, well, I mean, if you even produced one VHS cassette tape, then that was already crazy.
For only $19.99, you can have a trampoline for your cat.
I don't think your cat would use a trampoline.
They have some unhappy cat like on the trampoline.
Their claws would probably just grab it as soon as they fall, and they're like,
so scared.
Yeah.
All right, well, we have the 3-hatch play here. Terran not going to go for just the mass barracks, but instead he's going to go for something kind of like what we see Innovation do, where he gets the 3 command centers and just text behind this. Now, is Terran susceptible to some kind of weird timing with this? Absolutely. Is Zerg going to do that? Doesn't seem to be the case.
No, yeah, it looks like a pretty standard opener here from Sulky, just getting that speed, isn't mining too much gas yet, getting that 3rd hatchery up. Just kind of a safety type of game here from both players. And I'm not surprised to see that. Like, I think that Sulky definitely has the potential to take out Bunny. Like, that last game had some very tough points in it for Sulky, and he still fought on pretty well.
Yeah.
So I'm not counting him out yet. I'm not just sitting here thinking that Bunny's going to be able to close it out.
Okay.
But I can see the look in your eyes. You think Bunny's just going to close this out,
He's going to take this one. Well, I'm kind of excited because Bunny's a new player. Sulky, he's a good player. He's a little bit old hat and didn't play that well in that last game, but I would be happy to have him go on as well. But this is sort of a win-win for whoever moves on.
Certainly it is. Yeah. In fact, they need exactly 2 wins to move on.
That's right. But whoever does move on, I'm happy with it for the round of 16.
Yeah, yeah. It would just be nice to have a Zerg, I guess, but I like some of these news stories that we're getting. The one I'm most excited about is definitely speed.
Yeah.
But, it's cool to see Bunny come up after being a pro gamer for a few years. In some ways, that's like a really nice story. Someone that's been a pro gamer for a while and is finally starting to get good. Like, what was more touching than Bill? Seriously.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, anybody who's played a lot of StarCraft knows it's really hard to get to the top of your cave. And so if you're able to actually do that and finally, after all that hard work, all that sweat and, the tears and everything else, to actually come there and start to really see yourself improve, it's a really cool thing. And I got to say, Bunny's been playing very well today.
Certainly has.
I mean, he almost beat Myunshik, okay? Myunshik, he put on the Iron Man suit and just shot out of this group today.
He was Myung Shrek today.
Yeah, man. It was like Shrek Myung or something. Right?
Yeah.
Am I right?
Yeah, no, that's.
Am I good at this?
That's even better than what I said.
Am I good at this? I think I'm good at this.
That was great. All right, so looks like he does try a Widowmine drop. Doesn't really get anything done with it. Sulky's super ready for this.
Bunny's had interesting Widowmine drops. A lot of times dumping 4 Widowmines at once onto the workers.
Sulky in a pretty good spot. He's actually getting his 1-1 started just a little bit after Bunny. His Spire almost done, and he has started that Baneling speed as well. So he's setting himself up so that there's no point in the game anytime soon, at least, that he should be, losing to anything, really. Really like to see quick Baneling speed before Mutas. That's like the super safety play. And you can tell his tournament life is on the line right now, the way he's building this out.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I think this is probably the better build, and I think it's good for this map specifically. This map does have a lot more narrow angles where you can't just go Roach Ravager and expect to win against Terran. Terran eventually just pushes that back with good siege tank micro with the medevac.
Well, we do have another Widowmine drop coming up in this back natural. You might not see it. Oh, does see it. Pulls away.
Pulls out some.
Okay, 2 drones. Not so bad.
And interrupted mining there as well. Terran doing a good job here coming forward, getting these queens, and of course getting the creep tumors after that as well.
That's a lot of active tumors right there.
Damn, look at that. Really cleaning house there.
Oh, man. Just about every active tumor going to be taken out here.
Yeah, and Bunny even doing the optimal amount of damage there on the low ground. Unfortunately, these medevacs are going to run out of the boost.
That's right.
Zerg's going to get a pretty big win after all those creep tumors are destroyed.
That's a lot of supply that he's actually lost right there. Ooh!
Whoa! Sick! That was really cool.
Yeah, pulls him into Widowmines. That actually made it all completely worth it. Really good move.
And
really
as we wrap up that battle, 1-1 finishes here for Terran.
Yeah, 1-1 finishing as well for our Zerg player.
That's right. Pretty neck and neck right now.
Yeah, will he start 2-2 right away? Sometimes we do see that lag behind a little bit. Definitely something he's going to want to get going. He's going to have +1 for his mutas pretty quickly here as well. I do like that he's playing Mutaling Bane this time. Kind of falling back on, you know, the older style that is so popular.
And Zerg is just powering up here. Terran's keeping up in every way, though, getting the command centers, getting the extra barracks. The lights in those structures never turning off as his production is just really good. The flyer attack is about to finish here. That's a very important upgrade for Zerg. When you have these mutas like this, got to be careful. This Widow Mine.
Oh, and actually dragged the Widow Mine into the medevacs there. It took a little bit of damage. We do have a drop coming down in this main base. It'll be cleaned up very quickly. So far, Sulky's defense is really top-notch. He's just not taking much damage.
You realize how many lings he killed with that?
Yeah, that was
pretty crazy, man.
Pretty gross.
Okay, Terran is going to push on the 4th base. This is where the game begins to climax.
All right, well, this is a very important base for Sulky. Doesn't want to be losing this. Does bring his slings up. Ooh, maybe not in time, though. Is he going to lose this hatchery?
The hatch is getting low. The mutas come up with the lings, but not in time.
Oh, that's really, really rough to just lose that 4th hatch just before you get there.
And even though Zerg's doing a decent job in this fight here, nice boosting away. Unfortunately, there's no reinforcements coming here, so he's not going to be able to save these. Maybe he'll drop the rest of this over on the other side.
Yeah, try to make it as cost and efficient for Sulky as possible, but it is no problem. The mutas can clean it up very, very quickly.
Zerg, however, has not started a new hatchery, and Zerg cannot function on 3 base versus a Terran 3 base for too much longer.
That's right. It is really, really tough. He starts his hive, though, so that's kind of like, I guess, his wild card here. If he can hold on and remain cost efficient, getting adrenal glands, getting chitinous plating, and some ultras, it can start to really swing towards him.
Yeah, that's what he's going to have to depend on here for the time being. Terran does have his 4th base up and running, whereas Zerg is just trying to regain his. Nice catches, though, here with the mutas. If Bunny keeps losing these Marines and medevacs, he's going to get further and further behind.
Well, Bunny has landed at his 4th base, so definitely for now at least, he's in a good spot. Sulky retaking his 4th. That hive coming close to completing. He's going to have his 2-2 as well. 3-3 is started for Bunny, of course. So that's quite nice, but that's something Zergs are pretty used to.
Okay, and unloading here. This might be an unfavorable fight here for Zerg. Smartly, Sulky backs up. The Liberators are out, which is going to allow him to do some pretty solid pushing. You can keep an infantry army holding their ground here if you have Liberators and Widow Mines. And Terran wants to push onto this high ground. Well, excuse me, no he doesn't because there's no expansion there. But he does want to keep pushing forward here. The mutas now coming in here. Liberators being used to try to hit the mutas.
Yeah, he cleans up the Liberators rather quickly and retreats with most of his banelings there, so that's pretty good. Then on creep goes back to re-engage, but a great spread by Bunny does make Sulky back up.
And he's doing a fantastic job of shutting down this creep. We're almost to the entrance of the 3rd base here for Zerg. Terran does back up. Will Zerg continue to engage here off of the creep?
Well, it looks like he is going to continue to roll forward here. Widow Mine getting a little bit of a miss. In the meantime, the Ultra's Cavern is coming up. I think he does need to pull back. This is the one thing. Sulky can't really commit into an attack. If he does, it kind of has to kill. Because he needs to keep the Ling, Baneling, Muta count high. So when his Ultras come out, they aren't fighting alone. That's a problem we see a lot with Zergs in Legacy of the Void. You start running out of minerals as you get the Ultras. And if you don't have a good, solid ground army to go with them, they can just be out-microed.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Artosis. And important to note, too, is that losing the Ultras is also a very, very straightforward, easy way to lose the entire game.
Yeah.
When we do see that happen here. Gunning down. Oh, looks like one of the changelings actually gets in there.
I only see Marines. I don't know what you're talking about.
And another drop over here. This is a pretty big play right now. If it does actually connect, I'm not sure what is over there to help defend for the time being.
It looks like he sent some Lings back towards that base, and his mutas are actually down at the bottom of the map, finding what I think it was maybe a Liberator down there or something. So Sulky is realizing Sulky's actually starting to play like really well right now. He's realizing that, okay, you're not walking across the map. There has to be a drop or two coming after me right now because you need to deal damage. I'm kind of getting into a good spot with my tech and my upgrades, you know, so he realizes this. This is, like, I really like what I'm seeing from Sulky right here.
Yeah, it's all pretty good, isn't it? Bunny's in a tough spot. Bunny has claimed all the bases in the upper right quadrant of the map. but getting an expansion from here is going to be tough. Zerg's goal right now is to just secure everything in the upper left quadrant and start milking all the minerals from there while keeping Terran on his toes.
Yeah, and while building up this Ultralisk count, of course, like that is very important. You want to just continue to make Ultras. Like if there's a race that can kind of do a Death Ball type composition, it's probably really Zerg right now making those Ultras late game against Terran. And with 3-3 on the way, and the fact that he's adding in Corruptors as well to help deal with some of these Liberators, I'm loving it.
Yeah, let's see if he can actually do that right now. The Ultra's coming up. Is he going to engage?
Oh, man, he's going right into a bunch of Liberators. I don't think that this is appropriate at all. His 3-3 is like halfway done. He's running into a fortified position. This is definitely not how you do it, and he does back up.
Terran's picking up now. He might try to drop into the main here.
Now, this is like a really interesting part of the game. I love when TVZs get here right now. At this moment, it feels like Zerg has a better idea of what to do in this matchup at this point. Like, if Sulky sits back and kind of waits for Terran to start to get low on minerals and expanding too far away, between harassment and just building a stronger and stronger army, it gets very hard. And Terrans have been trying to go, Liberators, some Widow Mines, and Ghosts to deal with this, but that can get very hard.
Okay, this is huge. He's dropping right now over here on top of the Ultralisk Cavern. He will take that in a matter of seconds. No transfuses can save that. The mutas come down. And Terran, by the way, is also pushing over here into the center left. He's going to be able to get these Liberators set up over here. He might be able to shut down the upper left side of the map here for Zerg.
Yeah, he might be able to. We do have 3-3 finishing up for Sulky right now. He's got a very strong army as well. But, wow, that is a lot of Liberators to have out. Looks like he's going to come around the other side here with Ling, Ultra, Bane, a lot of bio out here, and the Liberator starting to deal tons of damage.
Oh, man, I just don't know if Sulky can do this. That drop worked. It got Zerg out of position here.
Oh, man, well, right now he is flying through, starting to knock out these Liberators. A lot of Mutas and Corruptors doing good work, but his ground army has really been hurt. He does force a liftoff and will be able to catch a bunch of these medevacs.
And he's starting to unload right over here.
All right.
And it looks like just barely Zerg managed to hold this. That was pretty scary back there. Now, remember, Terran lost a lot of Liberators. They can't remake them as quickly as they can the Marine Marauder medevac. So,
yeah, that was like a very messy type of fight there. Like, he did end up getting the hatchery, which is nice, but Sulky did end up killing off a lot. Like, he was very quick running in there, was a little bit cost inefficient at first, but eventually rolled through. And you know what? I'm liking where Sulky is at, to be honest. Like, taking those 2 additional bases.
Yeah, it's really
hard to remove this type of army.
He's going to come up here now. Is this an overextension here from Zerg, though? So many Liberators. The mutant count is getting thinned out. Baneling's coming in here to try to connect. But the Liberators doing a fantastic job gunning down those Banes.
A lot of Mutas actually being taken out here as well. Mostly Corruptors left over, which, it is getting late enough in the game that the Mutas aren't necessarily the most important. The Corruptors can kind of fill in for what the Mutas were doing before, but he has to run. He's attacking with 3 Ultras right now. 3 Ultras isn't something you're supposed to attack with.
Yeah, Terran can always manage this. Yeah. We have a lot more Lings coming out here, but...
Yeah. Well, I guess there's technically 4 Ultras, but 1 is over near this planetary. Okay, here we go. We have some more reinforcements coming up. Some Zerglings helping out.
SCV's trying to repair, but we got 1 Ultra at the top here, just cleaning up those SCVs. That expansion goes down. Sulky's so close to winning this game now.
Yeah, very close indeed. The Ultras, that's a huge
bungle. Damn.
Oh, that was so gross. He does take out this base as well. A ton of SCVs have fallen. As the Lings come up, he's going to continue to push forward here, and this is GG.
We're going to go on to our last game. It's neck and neck right now.
All right. That was good. That was really nicely done by Sulky. The fact that Bunny kills his 4th off, and then Sulky very calmly manages to come back like that, very, very well played. It's, when Zerg gets up to that type of unit set, it gets really hard for Terran to actually end up killing them off, and a lot of times we see failed attacks where it's like, okay, this is a very powerful attack. This is basically all Terran's eggs in one basket, and then on the creep, Zerg is able to roll through because they have Cracklings, they have Ultras, they have some Corruptors that take everything out in the air, and then you've just lost too much. The amount of time it takes to make that many medevacs, that many Liberators, is devastating to you. You can't refill before Zerg can.
Right now, Bunny has met his match. He will have to go through Sulky if he goes on to the round of 16. Sulky, somebody who is a fixture in Code S, is not interested in giving that up. It all comes down to our final game on this map. Let's see what happens.
Right. Ruins of Ceres it is. I'm hoping for, well, I guess if I say I'm hoping for cross spawns, that's pretty mean to Bunny. So let's see. Let's see where they're at.
Expect anything. The best strats they have in this matchup, they got to bring it right here, right now. Because one of these players is about to be knocked out of the GSL Code S in this fight to get into that last spot in today's round of 16. In the bottom right, in the blue, he is
CJ enters Bunny.
Nah. That's what I'm here for, Tosis. In the upper right, in the red, he is
TCM Gaming, Sulky.
Okay.
alrighty.
They are vertical spawns here.
Could have some drops, could have some quick pushes. Mm-hmm. Whatever they think they can use to win here, that's the big question.
Yeah, it'll be cool to see what they fall back on now that this is it. Life is on the line.
Nice pull away there by Sulky. Got any closer, he would have known.
Mm-hmm.
One thing you can do if you want to get in a good angle where you can be pretty much sure they won't see you is you can just check how many minerals have been mined. Just peek on the mineral patch and pull away.
That's why I never mine from the top mineral patch.
You are so good, Artosis.
He's looking 2 on every other patch and send all the rest to my natural.
See, it seems like Bunny was actually aware of that and checked for the Overlord scout there, but didn't see it.
Yeah.
So he's still in the dark here. This may affect the way his build's going.
He might send that Reaper cross spawn.
That's what I think he's going to do.
Yeah. So maybe a little bit of a trick.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, well, I guess he was going to check that bottom left.
Yeah, and then probably the top left after that. So he'll be fighting Zerg absolutely last. And this is pretty handy for Zerg because Zerg can get a few extra drones if he wants to. He doesn't have to do that Ling Queen dance, sometimes making extra extractors or spine crawlers to try to survive that Reaper push.
Now, we do have that speed on the way. Bunny kind of patrolling here. Doesn't see an Overlord yet. And yeah, the Reaper's going to go to the wrong base. So this is a very late scout. Sulky's done a great job of hiding his position.
Sometimes it's these little subtle builds that Zerg can do that end up getting you a big lead and ultimately cementing a win.
Yeah, I mean, every little thing, right? Oh, my God. Guys, this is bad.
No!
This is really bad for Bunny.
Oh,
wow.
my God.
Sulky just in the nick of time getting in there.
The delays are real.
Oh, almost gets under again. But that's a real delay, and that's lost mining time, which is also real.
Little victories, guys, can lead to the big wins. Bunny already off to a bad start here. Sulky, so far, everything going perfectly for him.
Yeah. Oh, man. Bunny thinking to himself, why did Nesty have to dream this early game like this?
That's right. Third base for Zerg is being taken over here, close to the top center.
Decent amount of Lings being pumped out. Just a little force to make sure he can clean up any Hellions that come out. Doesn't want to take any damage from that. And... okay, he doesn't actually get much intel with that Reaper. I believe he saw that there was no layer yeah, there was no layer started. He didn't get to see if gas was like actively being mining, but I think you can kind of assume that this late into the game.
Right, of course. We have a Viking being made here right now and a medevac. He wants to clean up all the Overlords on the map, try to get it to be lights out here for Zerg.
Third command center on the way here for Bunny. Baneling Nest gonna be popping up. Just kind of a safety precaution, I guess. Are going to have that Viking out pretty soon as well.
And let's see how the rest of this game goes. Zerg needs to keep sending out as much as possible to keep Terran delayed and back, and he wants to push that creep out as much as he possibly can. Immediately, not 4 Widow Mines, but 4 Hellions being sent up here. They'll be going northbound, probably dropped into the main.
Yeah, I think you are right about that, Tasteless. We'll see how many actual kills he can get. This layer not quite done yet, and while there's like a little group of Zerglings on the map, I'm not sure exactly where they're located. They're probably closer to the front. Oh no, they are actually up here, so great job.
Yeah, Sulky really on top of this.
Yeah, and good building placement as well. The Queen actually just barely not getting a position there,
Ooh.
so will take a
oh my God!
Oh man!
No!
Oh, Bunny!
Oh my God, that's so bad.
Field Mouse bopped him on the head that time.
Yeah, no kidding, man. Double eBay here. Not much flexibility right now for Terran.
Yeah, that's a really rough loss, like right there. He doesn't even have the Hellions for map control anymore. Like, the map is a big, scary place for him. He hasn't done damage.
This is Zerg's turf right now. Sulky can bully Bunny all he wants. Bunny has to try to reconstruct some kind of something that he can push with.
And look, with that kill of the Medivac, Sojung comes up here. So
Sojung timing has occurred.
Yeah, she realizes
so far Sojung is saying this is over, man.
Bunny's got the writing on the wall.
That's right. Well, let's see how much longer Bunny can last here. Again, no major pushes have occurred just yet. You know, it's just been pokes and harasses and a few deceptive moves and delays here by Sulky.
Upgrades pretty similar on this timing. We do have that Spire. It's going to be finishing up. And yeah, I don't think Sulky's really going to be taking too much harass damage anywhere. Viking's still trying to find anything he can as far as damage goes. Ooh, the Queen snipes it though. Ooh.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Well, I mean, again, I feel like we're kind of slowly watching Bunny begin to fall apart here. He's just losing, you know, little engagements here and there, and that does pile up. That really does add up.
Yeah, to already have lost some Medivac and his Hellions with 0 damage, that's not where you want to be at. Like, he needs to be, you know, at least getting scouting intel off of it, but at this point, Viking is down as well.
This is the moment where the game really does begin to pick up. The 4th base is taken. It's really up to the Terran to try to push in here and do some amount of damage.
Well, right now we do have Bunny running up across the map. Does scan. Doesn't scan the right place. Doesn't really find anything there. The Mutalisks are out on the map. Going to see what kind of damage they can get done harassment-wise.
Call them Mutalisks.
Yeah, that would be the proper name of the Mutt-Mutt, right?
A pickup here. He tries to move away from those Banelings. Creep continuing to spread around the map.
And in Bunny's psyche as well as he gets chased out of everywhere.
Yeah, it's scary because he never was able to control much of the map. The creep is spreading out pretty nicely right now. Bunny doesn't really have a lot of options to try to shut that down. Supplies right now 128 to 121, so even in that regard, but the map control still heavily goes to Zerg.
Yeah, Baneling speed is about to finish. Overlord's speed as well. Everything is going really well for Sulky. Like, Bunny is being chased everywhere. This is the best shutdown of harass that we've seen from Sulky
Well, you know,
tonight.
because Sulky got that early lead, he can't really do much with these, or Bunny can't do much with these Medivacs. Medivacs, normally they need to do some damage with their drops early on to start to balance the game out, and that never happened here.
Right, well, here we go. He does have 2 Medivacs. Nope. Everything is ready. Everything is ready everywhere.
He is everywhere, man.
Yeah, look at that. Oh,
he
my
just
God.
can't get in. I mean, Sulky's impenetrable here.
He truly is.
Nice save here.
I'm starting to understand the Sulky wall that sign said.
Yeah. He's going to make Zerg great again. Is it even better the second time we make the joke, Artosis?
Gets better every time.
Yeah, I figured.
I especially like the weekly Reddit thread, Nathanius wearing the Trump hat. Like, yeah, this totally wasn't there last week.
Well, the creep continues to spread. Uncontested here. Terran will eventually have to take a 4th base, which will trigger a 5th for Zerg. Ooh.
What's he trying to spell? Is that a W sideways?
Is he making part of a pony facing to the left?
Oh, my gosh. Creep tumor art. That would be cool.
Yeah, I could go with some of that. Here comes the push. Now, note, this is a push. He wants to ferry into the main. This is probably the only way that Terran can win. I don't believe Terran's going to be able to play whack-a-mole and smash out these upper left bases. He's going to have to go to the heart. He's going to have to end it as quickly as possible before Zerg can get any more out of hand.
Yeah, all right, he does start to drop off these Marines all over the place, and this is hard for Sulky to actually really engage. Like, you have to really bring crushing force against this, and with that many medevacs and liberators, oh God.
My God, what is happening with those?
Huge misclick here from Sulky, or bad pathing, whatever you want to call it. That went terribly wrong.
That was the play that Bunny needed to have, and now it's 138 supply to 170 for Terran here in the lead. He's going to keep pushing forward.
Spawning pool was sniped out here. That is a big deal as well. He can't make any more Zerglings. 2-2 is just now finishing. But if you can't make Zerglings, then +2 melee attack does nothing.
Nothing. Well, I'm surprised Terran didn't push forward even more here. I mean, Terran is so ahead in supply. All right, he's going to go right up through the middle here.
I think he realizes he killed enough units. He can do a proper frontal push here. The Muta's coming from behind. Can't really find anything. Nice stim there by Bunny.
And this is a little bit dicey. I thought he was actually just going to ferry into the main, but I guess he wants to just go ahead with this instead. Spawning pool's about halfway done, giving Terran a lot of muscle here on the map. One Liberator goes down as more Mutas come out here to try to engage.
A really solid amount of Mutas. A huge bank for Sulky right now as he waits for that spawning pool to finish. He can't really do much of anything. He's got to slow this down as much as possible. Spawning pool is about to finish. Luckily, Bunny hasn't pulled the trigger quite yet. Look at that. 44 Zerglings start the second it finishes.
Can he manage to pull this off? The Lings haven't hatched yet. A lot of Mutas are going down. He needs to get into this location. He has to start hitting these hatcheries. A lot of Lings are going to spawn right in that location there.
This is so rough for Sulky. Just doesn't have... He didn't have the spawning pool up, so he doesn't have enough Zerglings right now. If he had 62 more Zerglings right then, he would have crushed it. But here he goes. Starts rolling in. Moves these Banelings forward.
Great placement here. Can he hold off this throng of Zerglings and Mutas? The Mutas are getting disconnected from each other.
It looks like he does start to remove all these units. Does he have enough? He might just barely hold this off.
I'm not sure. That was not a good exchange here. More Marines are going to come up. If he can get these hatcheries, it's going to be huge.
Oh, man, he continues to push forward. This is a small amount of units right now for a Terran player. But let's see, we do have a bunch of Zerglings coming out now for Sulky, and it looks like he will clean this up.
Somehow, someway, Sulky survives. Supplies are beginning to even up. Terran is using that fourth base right now. Zerg just still on 4 bases himself. Scans come down everywhere to try to survey how much Zerg is actually producing at this point in time. Drones being transferred over here to get some more minerals.
Sulky in try-hard mode right now. This has been very tough since the loss of that spawning pool. Really a crucial moment in this game, as well as those units kind of mispathing. Bunny back in it right now. In fact, starting to lead in supply. His economy definitely looking a bit stronger than Sulky's right now as well.
Another push over here on the center right, as it looks like Sulky is interested in a counterattack. All right, he's going right in here. There's nothing to defend, and the spawning pool's up here again.
Yeah, an infestation pit as well. A hatchery, still a little bit of mining going on there as well, so definitely very annoying. But we do have a counterattack on the 4th base here. Sulky might be able to get this command center.
He is going to stop that base from mining, but meanwhile, the main here is going to be in shambles as the rest of this push happens from Bunny.
He's going to lose everything. He's got to make his spawning pool somewhere now. Well, I guess
oh my God, he's not attacking right by it. He doesn't see it. Probably assumes that's somewhere in the upper left.
Probably. That's where most Zergs probably would have put it.
I'd be doing the same thing.
Adrenal glands is actually being upgraded on that as well. So this is actually a pretty damn big deal if he does not kill that spawning pool.
This is getting pretty dicey. Another key tech structure is where Terran's beginning to push. 2 liberation zones set up here.
And we do have him start to push in here. The Muta's actually going after these liberators very, very quickly. Maybe a little bit of misstarting there for a second, but he does break through.
Beautiful spreading. Can he hold on?
Yeah, it looks like he does end up cleaning it up, but definitely lost a lot of Mutas here.
Yeah, and you know, you have to have the Mutas able to combo here with the rest of the army. Another push. Is Bunny going to do it? Can he take out a Kodesh champion?
Well, Adrenal Glands did just finish, but he's got so few units. More Lings are about to pop out right now. Sulky's look on his face looks like he knows he's just about dead. Bunny may have done it.
He's going to keep pushing. He's here at the core of the Zerg's tech right now, the High of the Spire, everything. setting up a liberation zone and gunning down these queens.
It looks like so many lings are being made, but they are not going to be coming out in time, I think, Days. It's just more and more Marines rallying up in GG.
GG. Bunny wins.
Wow.
Moving on to the round of 16, taking out a Titan. Sulky has been crushed. Your winner, Bunny. Sojo's
Wow.
going to hop in here, get this interview translated. I'll see you guys in a little bit.
And the Zergs continue to fall. Great win there by
Yeah.
Bunny.
Wow, that was the least expected player to advance the next round. I'm sorry, Bunny.
Yeah, well, I mean, this guy, it's his first Code S. You don't
Right.
expect people in their first Code S to do a
No,
good job.
no.
But he's on his way right now. Who knows? Maybe we'll have a Royal Rotor this season.
You know, his New Year's wish was to become a Royal Rotor, and maybe, I don't know what's going to happen, but from these games, I can see that he might be able to advance higher if he prepares better, I guess.
Yeah, well, you know, I would say more likely that someone's going to win the lottery than become a Royal Rotor, but who knows?
You don't know. This is GSL.
Yeah.
Anything could happen. But still, no Zergs. That's surprising.
Yeah, that's getting a little bit painful. I mean, I'm sure there'll be more than one, which is our record low for a race in the round of 16. We've had one Protoss before, one time get into the round of 16. I think we had that with a Terran before as well. So it's Zerg's turn, but it's interview time, so Joe, take it away.
까지 이뤄냈습니다. 자, 오늘 진출자 CJ 엔투스 버니 이재선 선수
We have
만나보겠습니다.
CJ Entus Bunny
축하드립니다.
with Yuri.
와, 정말 축하드립니다.
Congratulations. He looks very
이렇게
nervous,
진출 처음 하자마자 순위가 올라가게 된 소감
mentioning
어떠세요?
it's his first time.
명식이 형한테 진 후에는
After I lost to Myung-sik, I was thinking it was going to be easy, but
동현이 형 이기고
after I won against Symbol and was playing against Soki, my game was it was slowly rising, my game. So I was thinking I might be able to win.
네. 와, 오늘 인터뷰에서도 이렇게 침착한 모습 보여주셔서 오늘
Well, his interview, he's completely calm right now.
더 놀란
and
건
surprised
오늘
everyone
이재선
with his
선수의 선택은
And all the choices he made in his games,
확실히 묵직한 운영이었어요.
it wasn't strategic.
평소 이런
It was just more of a big game, I guess.
저는 원래
Big plans that he drew.
위주로 하는데
And Bunny says, I go strategic plays, but you know,
많이 견제식이어가지고
but my play style is like I go harassing all the time. So yeah, that's my style.
자, 오늘 말씀대로 최종전에 와서 마이크로 컨트롤까지도 살아나는
As he
그런
mentioned,
모습이
he went to his final games and was able to show us his microcontrols. And Kyrie's asking how he's feeling after a Soul Keys game, and he says, "I'm really happy."
기뻐요. 세 글자로 딱 잘라 말해주셨는데 하나씩 이야기 해볼까요?
I think that's an
3세트.
understatement.
사실 정찰부터 약간 승리의 여신이 김민철 선수를 향하는
We thought Soul Key was going to win at the beginning of the game because after Zergling went in, it was just devastating for Bunny.
올 때도 완전 좀
Well, when it came in, I was like, it really was devastating. And when the drop failed
진짜 너무 불리하다 생각했거든요.
with the Hellions, I thought it was really bad for me.
그런데 어떻게 이겼던 것 같으세요?
And she's asking how he managed to win.
아무래도 맵 지형이
Well,
저기
the map region, the map
PC 쪽에 언덕
for
거기가
the 3 o'clock, the hill
하나
there.
이용하는 거 있어가지고
Yeah, there was a hill, so I used it, and I was thinking about it, and I was kept having the attacking units in place, and it worked out well.
그것도 긴장되는 무대에서 그렇게
And Bunny is a newbie for GSL Codas,
해준다는 게 참 신기한데
but he was still calm
정말
enough.
놀랐습니다.
And for the second set,
좀
it was still
내주긴
surprising.
했지만 그 힙싸움을 해주면서 굉장히 단단한
The
묵직함을
power
느꼈어요.
fight
그 경기
between two
어떠셨어요?
players.
좀만 거기서 더 침착하게
Well, if
잘했으면
I was more
깔끔하게
calm, I think I would have been
이기는
able
거였는데
to win, you know, more cleanly, the clean win.
올라간다는 그 생각이 좀
But I was thinking about advancing to the next round, so I wasn't able to concentrate 100%, and I got nervous.
사실 그 플레이 더 재밌었던 건
And what was more funny for that was for the second set, for the first time, the first part, the mine drop, the 4 mines, and the medevacs. It was a really funny choice.
즉흥적으로
And Bunny says it was improvised. It wasn't planned.
들었어요. 평소에 해봤던 거예요.
평소에 자주 제가 많이
Normally I do it a lot, the mine drops.
했는데 그 방송에 잡혔는지 모르겠는데
I don't know if the broadcast TV got it, but the observer got it.
네, 그래가지고
but it
좀
was caught. So
불리한 줄 알았는데
I thought it was really bad
무리
for
안
me.
하고 잘 쓰니까 좀
But I didn't go
무리하게
overboard, and
네. 사실 그걸
it really worked out
바로
well for me.
들켰을 때도
네.
이렇게 무리하게
And when it got
진행하지
caught,
않고 융통성 있게 바로 이렇게
Bunny was
대처하는
able to,
모습이
you know,
심상치
proceed
않고
with his
굉장히
game.
노련했거든요.
and it kind of seemed like
어떻게
a
이렇게
experienced
오늘
skill, I guess,
긴장감을
like a
조절하는
veteran
마인드
player,
컨트롤도
not a
사실
newbie.
어려웠을 텐데.
제가 요번에 되게 뭐라 해야 되지? 정말
겨루고 준비?
네네 최선을
You know,
다해서
for this game, I prepared my
준비했거든요.
best
이번에는 꼭
for my
잘
best,
해보려고
and
항상
I
성적이
want to
안
do well
좋아서
because I haven't been doing well
이번에는
always.
연습한
But,
게 이렇게 성적으로 나온 것 같아요.
what I
오늘
practiced
경기로 나온 것 같아요.
helped me get these
네.
kind of results
오늘
today.
앞서 이
Was
적응전
able to share these
자신
kind of
있다
games.
말씀하신 대로 참 좋은 모습
And Bunny showed his
보여주셨는데
confidence for
프로토스전에
TVZ.
대한 그 보완할 점이 혹시
And Curry's asking
오늘
if he
바로
has anything to
느끼셨나요?
improve.
네, 확실히
for his
그
TVPs.
기본기가 제가
네.
I lack basic skills,
막힌다든지
you know,
그 사도 견제 같은
the
걸
supply depots and
방송이라서
adept
그런지
harassments.
모르겠는데 제가 잘 못 맞겠더라고요.
And I wasn't able to defend well because I think it was partly because it's been
네.
being broadcasted.
빌드도 좀 더
And
폭을 넓히면
I should prepare various
네,
builds
오늘
for
이렇게
TVP.
코데스 첫 무대였는데
And this was
여기서
his first code S.
인구수라던가 생산력 이렇게 기본적인 것들을 꼼꼼하게 막히지 않고 해주는 모습들이 굉장히
And still, he was able to do well, showing his basic skills, supply depots, and everything.
감명 받았을 팬분들께
Let's see what he's got to say for his fans,
어떤 모습
and let's
보여주겠다
hear his goals
포부를 말씀해
for this
주시죠.
season.
제가 인터뷰할 때도 그렇듯이 제가
As I mentioned in an interview,
로열로도 꼭
I really want to become that royal rotor. It's my
말만 하는
dream.
게 아니라
It's not
연습
just words.
정말 열심히 해가지고
I'm really trying hard,
이루도록 하겠습니다.
and I will make that dream come true.
사실 오늘 나오면서
Strong words.
이런 결과 얼마나 생각하셨어요?
Asking if he expected this
자신감은
result.
항상 있어가지고
I was always
올라갈
confident,
거라 생각을
and I was
했는데
thinking I would be able to
그래도
advance, but still,
혹시 모르니까
I don't know.
많이 긴장했어요.
but I was still
경기
nervous.
동안.
You don't know what's gonna happen.
오늘 오시면서 참 많은 생각을 하시고 또 좋은 모습 보여주고 싶었을 테니까 참 긴장했을 텐데 오늘 멋진 결과 축하드리고요.
Well, congratulations
네,
again
그리고
to Bunny.
기분 좋게 이렇게 공호의 유서 일반판 추첨을
And
직접
now I'm gonna hand it
진행을
over
해주시겠습니다.
to
자,
Tasteless,
번호표 뽑아주시면
and he's not gonna come, so I will finish it off with you.
I'm like, wow, Gary said that? That's wild.
202번입니다.
So
All
see
right,
you
thank
guys
you
on
so much,
Friday, guys.
Sojung. All right.
어떻게 이렇게
Bunny
바로
says he will make his
나오시네요.
dream of becoming a Royal
자,
Rotor come
축하드리고요.
true.
네, 이렇게
But
Really cool stuff.
yeah, I mean, he played well tonight, but he's definitely got to. I'm surprised he kept his composure in that third game where everything went wrong in the early game.
Yeah, no kidding. That push, it was not clear that was going to work.
Certainly.
But he did a good job. I think it really did fall apart for Sulky when the mutas got split.
Yeah.
There's not a play where you're like, all right, I'm going to send half my mutas here to fight this, and the
And
other
here
half
my-
over there.
My lings run through here and I'll die. It's like,
Yeah.
oh. So, still no Zerg in that round of 16. Are you getting worried about that?
No. Not worried.
Base taste.
Base
strikes
taste
back.
is not worry.
All right. well,
Guys, by the way, sorry in advance for the symbol games. If you hadn't seen those, they
Yeah.
were not worth seeing.
But guess what, guys? On Friday, that is a sick, sick group because of one man.
Stark, yes. Group D, D is in Dank Games.
D as in Dank Games is
That's
right.
right.
It is, like, you guys have got to tune in for this. You've got to watch this. Stork is a legend. He took out Innovation to be here, and I don't think he's going to stop. Not in this
A
group,
Brood
Tasteless.
War god.
Literal god.
Literal god, Tasteless. He is going to be coming through here. Can he move on? Obviously, Legacy of the Void is a lot more like the old Brood War. It rewards higher multitasking and quicker expanding. We're on camera. Normally, I'm just hunched over there. I'm like, and he's so good, and his play is so excellent. Definitely don't miss that out or miss out on that. It will be Friday at 6:30 p.m. KST.
Yes, indeed. That's going to be a lot of fun. I am really stoked for that group. As it did not matter what group he was in. That was a group I was going to be more excited for than any other
Same.
In the round of 32 because after beating Innovation, Stork is an actual threat in this tournament.
He really is. if you can beat Innovation, you can beat anybody in the tournament.
I think he did a lot for his confidence, too. It's been a while since he's done well in StarCraft 2.
that's
so he's
true.
like, oh, wait, I'm still good.
He always had sick games where he seemed like he almost had it perfectly, and then it kind of fell apart.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's doing a lot more time coaching than playing. Might be a different case before this match. So that'll be a great way to start out your weekend. Guys, thank you so much for joining us here. And we'll see you guys Friday. For now, I guess all we can say is we love you. Good night.